Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Vikings coming in at 6-2, going up against the Saints, who come in at 6-2.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. There gets him 7 up to midfield.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Guilt trip is here, baby. Guilt trip is here.
3 yards to go on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up a throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Detroit, 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 let's go. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They'll look to throw here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. To throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Slot man moves right. The play clock's running down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here we go. Ohio.
Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K.J. Wright in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Come on, let's go. One, Ohio, Ohio. Hey, switch gears. Flex round. Check 52.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Forbath will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down following the run.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go. Ohio. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go! What? Ohio! Ohio!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Now Forbath for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! Green! All right, now, look at 50. Detroit! Detroit! Left! Detroit! Detroit!
They run it again with Kamara. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
He'll drop to throw. It's complete to Flainer. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Leopard! Leopard! 319! No, Green, 39! Green, 39!
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Now they try the right side here. Fights loose. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? None! What? None!
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, Leopard! 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 Detroit! Here we go. Detroit! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Green 35.
They'll look to throw here. Left side and caught by Flainer. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Let's go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Here we go. Grand 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a handoff looking right. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Lutz now to kick this one away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 21-yard line. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And incomplete here on third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.